Well, thank you very much for being here today, taking the time to come out and hear this talk. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank you for inviting me here to be your guest. It's been a real pleasure to be here. What I wanted to do today is start by telling you a little bit of my own story, how it was that I got into political organizing, and then talk more about sort of what organizing is and how it works, and hoping that we could sort of have a broader discussion about how it might work in the context of the work that you all are doing here at Counties. And so before I start, the one thing I should say is, so in my other job, one of the things I do is teach at Wellesley College, which is a women's college in the United States, and we have lots of very vocal women there, and what that means is that they interrupt me all the time. And so I'm used to being interrupted, and so if you don't interrupt me, then I will feel as though you're not listening to what I'm saying. And so please feel free to interrupt me at any point during the talk with questions or comments that you may have, and it's not something that you need to sort of save to the end. So I would appreciate that. So first question, so how did I get into this work? So I grew up in the United States. I grew up as a daughter of Korean immigrants in Houston, Texas, which is in the southern part of the United States. And I sort of, over the course of my lifetime, I saw my parents live what we call the American dream. When my parents first came to the United States, my dad mowed people's lawns, my mom cleaned people's houses to make money, and I grew up in a neighborhood where it wasn't all that surprising when our next door neighbor broke a window to come into our house and steal all of our stuff. This is one of those things that happened. But then over the course of my lifetime, my parents really sort of kind of climbed up the social ladder until to the point now that they live in one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in Houston. It's the same neighborhood that George H.W. Bush, our first George Bush Sr., the same neighborhood where his country club is, where he and his wife have a country club. My mom drives a Lexus, and so I sort of saw through that process